There's a story of a man on his deathbed, and he calls his wife over and begins to whisper, "We have been through a lot together. You've always been there for me in the bad times over the years. When the business collapsed, you were there. When I had the terrible car accident, you were by my side. When I once lost a job, you were there to support me. When I was beaten up, you were at my side. And now I'm dying, you were still here. Come to think of it, you brought me nothing but bad luck." Our lives are all about life and death. Today the gospel is about dying to ourselves so that we'll be able to help others. Because the opposite of dying is giving birth. And yet they share something in common, and that is loss. It's very obvious at death, the loss of a loved one, but it's also true about giving birth, where life begins. Life begins with loss. In the very act of giving birth, we are pushed from our mothers, disconnected, and we screamed and protested, held upside down by a stranger, and in the old days, given a slap. To gain a place in the new world, we had to lose a place in the old one, the security of the womb. Loss is part and parcel of life. It happens all throughout our lives, and it's sometimes painful. And yet it's through our losses and how we handle them that help us to grow as human beings, learn about life, ourselves and each other, and move on. It's dying to our self-centeredness that makes us more useful and efficient in our Christian lives. Maybe this prayer for today puts it all in perspective. May we who are merely inconvenienced remember those whose lives are at stake. May we who have no risk factors remember those who are most vulnerable. May we who have the luxury from working from home remember those who must choose between preserving their health or paying the rent. May we who have the flexibility to care for our children when their schools close remember those who have no options. May we who have to cancel our trips remember those who have nowhere to go. May we who are losing our margin money in the tumult of the economic market remember those who have no margins at all. May we who settle into quarantine at home remember those who have no homes. During this time when we cannot physically wrap our arms around each other, let us find ways to be the loving embrace of God to our neighbours. For those old enough, you may remember many years ago in black and white there was the Lone Ranger and his accomplice and his sidekick Tonto, a western. And it used to be on Saturday tea time and I used to love to watch it. But apparently they were riding around with Lone Ranger and Tonto. And Tonto said to the Lone Ranger, "Can you think of anything worse than being scalped?" And the Lone Ranger said, "Well, not off the top of my head." Have a lovely day. Hope to see more of you soon. God bless. Father Mike.